thing gets friggin' pretty hot, to be honest. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. So, just want to get on here real quick and talk about, a little bit of how I got into mixed martial arts and how I got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of like a weird thing to get into, especially to start. I feel kind of awkward talking in this cocoon I'm in right now, but you guys are just gonna listen, have to, deal with it. So, and also I'm just talking to a camera and not to somebody, which is also pretty awkward. But it is what it is. So let's see how I started. Okay, so start from the very beginning. So in high school and growing up as a kid, I was always overweight. I always struggled with my weight as a kid. So when I was a sophomore in high school, I was around 247 pounds. I finally joined the wrestling team just to lose weight in high school. So once I joined the wrestling team, I fell in love with the sport and it brings into a human's life. And after high school, I was pretty much in great shape at that point, but I wanted to continue being in shape, so I started bodybuilding. I met a friend at a local retro fitness gym, and he introduced me to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which he quit a few months later, and I continued, which was kind of crazy how that works, but everything in this life happens for a reason, and I'm a huge believer in that. Almost 8 years now. Started when I was 19. So I just turned 27, July 3rd. So yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's my life now. I sacrificed a lot, for this sport. Changed basically my whole entire life. If I didn't have the sport of jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts, I have no idea where I would be right now. Honest to God, who knows? And listen, guys, there's ups and downs, that's just life. You're not always gonna be a winner. It's about what you do with those losses. And even when you win, it's what you do with those wins. You have to be humble in both. You have to be humble in defeat, and you have to be humble when you win. Those are two things I struggle with. But I know I have the right mindset to change that. So just got out of the shower, did like 40 minutes in the sauna. Before I go for my first session, I'm trying to recover as much as possible. Yes, I have Q-tips in my ears. Every time I shower, I need to at least put them in for probably 15 minutes to get all the water out of my ear. So when I first got cauliflower ear, which is basically a hematoma of the ear from all the years of grappling and wrestling, I would get swimmer's ear all the time. And I would get like ear infections. So I was like, what the hell's going on? So basically after my shower, I wouldn't be able to get all the water out of my ear. So now I just leave the Q-tip in there for like an X amount of time, and I'm always good. I need a haircut so bad. Tomorrow we'll get a haircut. But welcome back to the channel, guys. We're going to Pride Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a little bit of a wrestling private lesson. Me and my friend Mike Morales, he's a West Virginia alumni, a D1 wrestler, state champ in high school, one of my best friends actually. We're gonna do a private, him and I, and I'm gonna show him some striking after, so let's get after it. All right guys, we're just getting here to Pride Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Welcome to my home gym, where it all started back in 2014. Light movement. Just try not to lean over the body. The hips stay with the body. Okay? So we're not gonna go over. It's like almost like going to punch like this versus like this. Right? That's it. If I This is what's it's going to get rid of doing this. Instead, we'll be doing this. Okay.
I chase this side. I chase. See how I start to pass through that side, right?
Yeah. It's almost like throwing that.
It's a throw by. It's a throw by, but this is a running. This is running, so it's different. This is. See, I'm going on my toes. I'm like knocking over.
So that's a failed shot attempt. So off the shot, this is my first line of gauges.
If your hands are kind of crowded, yup, that's perfect. That's perfect. Just get your hands in the way, get your head in the way, get your hips out. I probably won't go there.
So let's just do those three. Down block. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I just woke up from a nap. I am going back to Pride Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I have to teach a class, so follow me, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, let's circle up. The warm-up is going to be.
Mike, you see how much is the flight?
Flight? No, probably like $1,300.
No,
2,000.
the bush.
I'm right, we're going to use those straps on right here. Most likely the guy's going to lock his legs like this, not figure four, but just around his ankles. So all I want to do is, before this happens, right, as soon as he starts to lock, I will go here. Okay, push. Knee on that. So we're here. He starts to lock. Push. Knee on belly. Control. Low. Okay? So just something like this called gun kick. Here. Cool. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Here. 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 And I just want to establish a nice seatbelt control right here. It'll go over the next set back. Okay? Real simple. Ready? 1, 2, 3.